If you're a diehard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz. The NFL world was rocked today by a bombshell rumor surrounding the Cleveland Browns, a franchise that has seen its share of ups and downs, but rarely finds itself at the center of this kind of storm. According to sources who have yet to be officially confirmed, two of the team's starting players, quarterback Joe Flacco and wide receiver Shedeur Sanders, are reportedly facing suspensions due to alleged violations of the league's strict anti-doping policy. While the Browns organization has not released an official statement yet, whispers around the league suggest that these suspensions could have immediate implications for the team's upcoming schedule, potentially leaving the roster in disarray. Fans and analysts alike are scrambling to piece together what this means for the Browns' season, with social media threads exploding with speculation, heated debates, and sometimes outrageous takes. The timing of these rumors couldn't be more dramatic, as the team is navigating a critical stretch of games where every win or loss could define their playoff chances. The combination of a veteran quarterback and a rising star wide receiver being implicated has only intensified the chatter, creating a narrative that feels almost too sensational to be true, yet too consistent to dismiss entirely. Conversations around locker rooms, training facilities, and even casual sports bars have all picked up the murmur, making it almost impossible to ignore. Sources familiar with the inner workings of the Browns suggest that internal investigations may have been underway for some time, but the news leaking out now has caught the broader football world completely off guard. Joe Flacco, a seasoned veteran with years of experience under his belt, has generally maintained a clean reputation, which makes these allegations particularly shocking and fuels the rumor mill even more. Shedeur Sanders, on the other hand, has been in the spotlight for his meteoric rise and high-profile lineage, adding another layer of intrigue to the story. Fans are divided, with some refusing to believe that two key players could jeopardize the season through such conduct, while others see the news as confirmation of the pressures and temptations athletes face at the highest level. Analysts and insiders are speculating not only about the nature of the substances allegedly involved, but also the potential length of the suspensions, which could range from a handful of games to a significant portion of the season. The implications extend beyond the field, affecting team morale, fan engagement, and even sponsorship dynamics, as brands associated with the Browns may be forced to reconsider their messaging amidst the unfolding scandal. Rumors have even surfaced suggesting that league officials were tipped off by routine testing protocols, sparking a wave of chatter about enforcement, fairness, and whether other players might also be under scrutiny. Amidst the swirling speculation, social media platforms have become battlegrounds of opinion and outrage, where every tweet, meme, and post seems to fan the flames of the rumor. Fans are dissecting every past game, looking for moments that could retroactively indicate the use of banned substances, while sports commentators are weaving elaborate narratives about locker room culture, competitive pressures, and the personal decisions that athletes face. The Browns organization has been relatively quiet, with official spokespeople declining to comment, which only fuels the rumor further, as silence often does in situations that teeter between denial and confirmation. Meanwhile, conspiracy theories are also emerging, suggesting that rival teams or disgruntled insiders might have played a role in leaking the information, whether for competitive advantage or personal vendettas. The NFL's history with doping allegations is long and complex, and each new case tends to revive debates over fairness, testing rigor, and the line between performance enhancement and ethical sportsmanship. Analysts are noting that the potential absence of Flacco and Sanders could create ripple effects throughout the roster, forcing coaches to adjust game plans, promote backups, and perhaps even rethink offensive strategies. Fans and media alike are bracing for what could be weeks of intense scrutiny, speculation, and dramatic developments that might ultimately redefine the narrative of the Browns season. As the rumor spreads, attention is also turning to the potential responses from teammates, coaching staff, and league officials, all of whom are navigating a highly sensitive situation. Leadership figures within the Browns may feel compelled to issue public statements to contain speculation, reassure fans, and maintain team cohesion, while league authorities could announce preliminary rulings or updates on investigative progress. The pressure on Flacco and Sanders is immense, both in terms of public perception and professional consequences, as any confirmed suspension would not only impact their personal careers, but also alter the trajectory of a season in which the Browns were counting on their contributions. Fans are already imagining scenarios where backups must step up in critical moments, games are lost due to depleted offensive options, and the team's playoff aspirations hang by a thread. Meanwhile, commentators are speculating about the long-term fallout, pondering whether these rumors could influence future contract negotiations, draft strategy, and player development plans. The uncertainty is palpable, as every day without official clarification allows the rumor to grow in magnitude, and every unverified report circulates like wildfire across sports news outlets, social media feeds, and locker room whispers. The combination of high-stakes, high-profile names, and potential league sanctions has created a perfect storm that seems to demand attention from anyone remotely invested in the NFL. Insiders have hinted that the alleged violations may involve substances that are not only performance-enhancing, but also controversial within the context of professional football, raising questions about athlete accountability and league oversight. This rumor has triggered debates among fans, analysts, and former players, many of whom are weighing in with opinions on social media, podcasts, and sports talk shows, dissecting everything from potential motivations to the fairness of testing procedures. Some are drawing comparisons to past high-profile suspensions in the league, noting patterns, inconsistencies, and the media frenzy that usually accompanies such announcements. Meanwhile, speculation about the timing of the leak, whether intentional or accidental, is rampant, as insiders wonder if the story emerged strategically to influence public perception or team dynamics. The narrative is evolving almost hourly, with new angles, unnamed sources, and cryptic hints from those close to the team contributing to the growing tension and anticipation. Each new detail, whether confirmed or purely speculative, adds fuel to the fire, making it increasingly difficult for casual fans to separate fact from rumor. Analysts are pointing out that if suspensions are confirmed, the Browns may face a significant reshuffling of their roster, which could alter not only the immediate season but also longer-term strategies, including draft priorities and player development initiatives. The rumor's impact is multidimensional, affecting everything from game day strategies to fan engagement, creating a situation where speculation thrives and certainty remains elusive. As the hours pass, the intensity of speculation only seems to increase, with sports forums, social media threads, and local media outlets buzzing with theories, predictions, and commentary. Fans are engaging in heated debates about morality, performance, and professional responsibility, while also expressing genuine concern for the team's prospects without two of its most pivotal players. The rumor has also drawn attention from outside the immediate fan base, with casual observers and sports enthusiasts curious to see how the Browns, the league, and the individuals involved will navigate a scenario that is both unprecedented and highly sensational. Analysts are mapping out potential scenarios for upcoming games, considering the absence of Flacco and Sanders, the performance of backups, and the strategic adjustments required by the coaching staff. Meanwhile, the league's anti-doping policies are under scrutiny, as fans and commentators alike question testing procedures, the consistency of enforcement, and whether additional investigations might follow. Rumors of internal memos, private meetings, and confidential reports circulating among team executives have only added to the intrigue, as insiders suggest that decisions made behind closed doors could have far-reaching consequences. The uncertainty has created a perfect storm for speculation, where each unverified report, cryptic comment, or social media post can trigger waves of analysis, debate, and further rumor propagation, keeping the story alive and evolving at a rapid pace. Amid the swirling uncertainty, whispers suggest that the Browns' locker room dynamics may be strained, as teammates grapple with the potential loss of two key figures whose influence extends far beyond the field. Joe Flacco, with his experience and leadership, has been a steadying presence in high-pressure moments, guiding younger players through the complexities of NFL competition, while Shedeur Sanders has been a symbol of hope, excitement, and future potential, representing a generational shift in talent and star power. The alleged suspensions, therefore, threaten not only the strategic execution of plays, but also the morale, cohesion, and psychological resilience of the entire squad. Conversations among coaches, assistants, and staff reportedly revolve around contingency plans, backup rotations, and adjusted offensive schemes, with speculation that some members may even be considering emergency positional shifts to compensate for the potential absence. Meanwhile, fans on social media have been dissecting every past performance, searching for any subtle signs of behavior that could retrospectively hint at infractions, fueling debates that range from credible analysis to pure conjecture. Sports journalists, both local and national, are scrambling to verify sources, analyze patterns, and anticipate league statements, as every unconfirmed detail seems to grow into a narrative almost impossible to ignore. The rumor has become more than a story. It has evolved into a pervasive, collective speculation that affects perceptions, discussions, and emotions across multiple layers of the NFL ecosystem. Enjoying the content so far? Smash that like button and drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season. The financial ramifications of the alleged suspensions are another angle fueling the ongoing chatter, as analysts and insiders speculate on potential impacts to contracts, sponsorship deals, and team valuation. Flacco, a seasoned professional with years of experience and a well-established contract, could face significant monetary consequences depending on the length and severity of any enforced suspension, while Sanders, a rising star, could experience disruptions to performance-based incentives, endorsement deals, and long-term marketability. Observers point out that the ripple effects could extend beyond the players themselves, influencing negotiations with future draft picks, retention of other key players, and overall organizational strategy. Rumors suggest that team executives are holding confidential meetings to evaluate worst-case scenarios, weighing the potential loss of talent against maintaining public trust, media relationships, and fan engagement. Meanwhile, the media frenzy continues to grow as every analyst, podcaster, and commentator interprets leaks, unnamed sources, and speculative angles, creating a multi-layered narrative that blends fact, rumor, and opinion. Fans are emotionally invested, expressing outrage, disbelief, or cautious optimism depending on their interpretation of the unfolding story, while sports forums are filled with both reasoned debate and sensationalized conjecture. The combination of strategic, financial, and public relations stakes has transformed what might have been a contained story into a widespread, multidimensional rumor that seems to dominate conversation at every level of the NFL landscape. Compounding the intrigue is the role of league authorities, who are reportedly monitoring the situation closely while balancing procedural fairness with the need to maintain public credibility. Speculation abounds regarding whether the NFL will issue preliminary statements, confirm testing protocols, or provide insight into potential disciplinary measures, as insiders suggest that timing, messaging, and optics are all being carefully considered. Analysts highlight that league transparency, or lack thereof, can significantly influence public perception, with silence often interpreted as confirmation and vague statements fueling further rumor. Meanwhile, fans and commentators are theorizing about precedent, drawing parallels to past doping suspensions across professional sports, comparing the possible approach of the league with historical cases, and debating the fairness of punishments relative to both past and present enforcement standards. The rumor has effectively become a litmus test for trust in the league's integrity, with multiple stakeholders invested in how the Browns, the players, and the authorities navigate what could become one of the most talked-about controversies of the season. Amid all of this, the narrative continues to evolve, with new whispers, anonymous tips, and social media speculation feeding a continuous cycle of rumor, debate, and anticipation. Each unverified update intensifies the story, creating a sense of urgency, drama, and heightened attention that ensures the situation remains at the forefront of sports discourse, while the line between fact and speculation grows increasingly blurred. Even as speculation reaches fever pitch, attention is turning toward potential scenarios on the field, with analysts, coaches, and fans trying to predict how the Browns might adapt to the possible absence of two pivotal contributors. Backup quarterbacks are being scrutinized, wide receiver rotations examined, and offensive strategies debated with a level of intensity that borders on obsession. Rumors suggest that internal meetings may have already begun, where coaching staff is weighing risk, potential matchups, and contingency plans, while motivational talks and mental conditioning strategies are reportedly being reviewed to maintain focus amidst uncertainty. Meanwhile, media coverage continues to amplify the story, blending verified facts, leaks, and conjecture into a narrative that captivates audiences far beyond Cleveland, capturing the attention of fans across the league. Analysts are poring over every piece of historical performance data, attempting to gauge the potential impact on win-loss records, playoff chances, and even long-term franchise momentum. Fans are responding in kind, engaging in passionate debates, sharing memes, and creating theories that range from plausible to sensational, turning the rumor into a full-blown cultural phenomenon within the sports world. Social media trends, comment sections, and fan forums have become digital arenas of speculation, where each new tidbit of information, no matter how small or unverified, triggers waves of analysis, outrage, and conversation. The combination of high-profile names, potential disciplinary action, and strategic uncertainty has created a perfect storm of rumor-driven intrigue that shows no signs of abatement. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you liked the video, share it with a fellow fan, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns!